Hi, this is The Entrepreneur. I'm your host, Faith Katai. We are taking you to Eastern Province, where we are going to be talking to Phineas Mwenda, an entrepreneur who has ventured into metal fabrication with the support of the Constituency Development Funds, CDF. Join Jubel Zulu, who is going to interact with Mr. Mwenda. Let's take a look. Hello, welcome to our interview. This is The Entrepreneur. Now, I know you've been waiting to hear from Eastern Province from the time that we had The Entrepreneur. So, Faith, thank you so much for according us this time so that we can actually talk to you about a loan beneficiary. Now, away from Chadiza, we are here in Nyimba where we are talking to you with the loan beneficiary of CDF, and he's going to tell us how he started his entrepreneurship and how he has actually gotten to be a CDF beneficiary. Then the rest follows. So Faith, thank you so much for giving us this chance. Now we turn on to Mr. Phineas. Can tell the viewers your full names and also where we are at right now.
My name's Mwenda Phineas. Right now we are at Finsdale General Dealers Workshop.
Now, Mr. Phineas, I want you to tell us, when did you start being an entrepreneur or thinking of welding, making desks and the likes?
Okay, initially thinking of being an entrepreneur started way back as early as I was in grade 8. So after I completed school, then I find it hard for me to where to start from. So what happened was I just joined a certain organization where I was working as a data entry clerk. So I had to join my uncle who were doing that for me to raise some capital so that I can start my life of entrepreneurship. So from there I worked for almost 2 years. Then we agreed that they should give me about 100,000. So later on, due to certain things that happened, I just managed to raise a 50,000. When I came back now, I started like I need to start afresh my journey. What is it that I have to do? Then that's when I decided to first to register my company, which I registered my company in 2017. I registered with Pakra, then I registered with ZRA. So from 2017, it wasn't that effective up to 2020. So I was just paying I was just filing some new returns for ZRA so that I shouldn't have some issues in the near future. Then in 2020, I had to apply for an empowerment from Ministry of Youth. Then I was given some computers. Then I started my journey now. I was doing stationery. Then with that 50,000 which I had, because for Ministry of Youth they just gave me a printer and some other computers. So now I got that 50,000 and I went to order for stationery. That's how I started my journey. So as I was doing that, I realized that it's important for me to be compliant to government entities. So that's why I continued with ZRA, then I registered with ZPPA. Yeah, just like that. Then later on, that's when I just heard that there is opportunity. If you need some, there was some sensitization about CDF. So now I didn't take it so serious because I believed that with my personal financial capacity, maybe I can progress. So, but after I had some orientation, sensitization which we are going through, then I just decided, okay, let me also try to apply. That's how I applied. I applied for a CDF because by then At my stationery, I was even helping some people to write for proposals, for same CDF proposals and other proposals. And for me, just to be writing, first year I didn't manage, I was just writing for other people. Then second year, that's when I decided, instead of me just writing for others, I think it's better I also try myself.
When was that now?
That was in 2023.
2023. Yes. So when you applied?
When I applied in 2023, waited, in fact I applied in 2022 by December, but it was a 2023 program. So I started organizing things in 2022. Then 2023, early January, that's when I made my application. Then I waited, we are called for interviews. Waited up to June, July. That's when, almost April, that's when we were given now. I was given 150,000. So now thinking, I shouldn't rush. If I rush, there's a possibility of me to crash.
Yes.
So let me just relax. Then I went to Lusaka to my sister's place. We chatted with my sister. I said, okay, let's pray over it. We prayed. But I told my sister to say, I applied, I need to buy some maize so that I venture into like buying and selling of agricultural products.
That was the initial project?
That was the initial project.
Okay.
So she advised me to say, go ahead with that, because you shouldn't change the project, because you mess up at the end of it. For which I came, then I started buying maize. By 2023 it was hard, because that's when now the drought thing came.
Yes.
So I started looking, where should I find these products. I went to Mozambique. I started ordering from Mozambique. I wasted about 100,000 in Mozambique. Now for me to bring those maize out of Mozambique, it was an issue. I had there was some sort of ban in Mozambique. Then I came back with nothing. So after some time, I said, this.
After you used the 100,000.
After I used the 100,000. Because other people were getting advantage of the same drought. Since there is drought, they cannot ask us to pay them back, because the program was like, I could give them before they even cultivate. So at least we have something. Then the other money, I just went direct. That's why I got into such kind of errors. Then now after correcting, I corrected some for those I gave out and those that I bought directly. Then as on my way, that's where that scenario happened. Now, thinking what to do, it was hard for me. I said, okay, thinking I need to make a plan B, because if this money which is in the bank goes, then there's nothing that I will do. And I will find it hard for me to pay back the money, because it's a loan at the end of the day. That's when I sat down, thought like I think I need to come up with a metal fabrication. Because that thing has been there. Now I thought if I start, maybe, because the idea is not that okay, I may even fall into a loss. So the best way, let me start with the maize, which is fast, so that after getting some profit from the maize thing, then that's when now I'll come to my initial program now that I want to do, separate, which is metal fabrication. Then after that now, said, okay, there's nothing I can do. What has been wasted, it has been wasted. Let me see how I can utilize this which I have. That's when I went to Lusaka to order for some materials and machineries. Then I came back. I started making some windows. Then I realized that from the windows that I've been making, there is profit than compared to issue of maize, because when you need to come to bring the maize out of Mozambique, there will be a lot of charges, plus the people you should pay. So I think I saw it that I think the metal fab thing was giving me good money than that one. So that's why I concentrated to this. The later there, I pushed again I didn't let it go like that. I pushed until I recovered some bags. Then we just said, okay, you get these bags so that you cover up to the money you wanted. Let me get this so that I also make use of.
So you recovered the products that amounts to the 100,000 that you had spent.
But I got into a loss because I think I just managed to realize 80,000 from there.
20,000 was lost.
Yeah, the 20,000 was a loss. So that's when I said, okay, let me just concentrate to what I'm seeing that I can do it better.
So that 80,000, you reinvested it now to Metofab?
Yes, that's when I changed the whole thing.
Okay.
Knowing that even if I go somewhere, the same kind of thing that happened there, it also happens. So I think I may have some issues. If at all I'll be asked that, why did you change the business? I'll have a better reason to tell. So that's how I changed it from the initial plan to metal fabrication.
I see.
So that money, as I had that money now, I wanted to go and order some materials. But in the process, I had even applied I bidded for my desk at council through CDF. The same CDF again. But again, I was picked. At first I was given 130 desks to deliver 130 desks, of which now I got the same money. Now I invested in that project, and I delivered in 2023. Same 2023, I delivered the whole 130
desks.
Yes, that gave me a stance now.
Okay. How about the 150 that you had initially benefited? Did you pay back to the council?
Yeah, I'm still, because it's a process of 4 years, so I'm still paying back.
How much have you paid back so far?
So far, because of the business. The first year, it was tricky, I couldn't pay much. Then this year, after my business has been stable, that's when I at least have money. I think I don't know, but I think I've paid for 4 months. I don't know how much could that be, but at least I've paid for 4 months. This month again, I need to make.
And how much do you make per month? Like how much do you pay?
It's 2,500.
500.
Yeah,
so it's about 15,000.
Probably.
Yeah.
That way.
Okay. But you are very keen that you finish this money.
Yeah, this one I've got no doubt, because in fact, I was even planning that once I deliver these that I have, because the borax, they came from Cinder. The guys from Cinder, they're the one who gave me, after seeing what we are capable of doing. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that with that one, I think it's not a big deal with me. Yeah. I'll finish and stand on my own.
Okay, so how many workers do you have here?
Actually, I have 7, 8 plus the watchman, the security guard. Okay,
and how many days do you work?
I work. Okay, initially I work 5 days, but no, not 5 days. Let me say 6 days. Okay. I just skip Sunday for God. Okay. But at times. There are some scenarios where the works demands my presence, even on Sunday. I need to attend to those. Then I just ask for forgiveness and go.
Then you start working again.
Yes, like today, being Sunday. Yeah. Then I was called, like there's this emergency that needs to be attended to. Yeah. Then I had to come and attend to that. That's why you have even found me here.
Okay. I see. Now, the other benefit that you got, was it a grant or a loan?
The other benefit that I got, like
for the desk.
For the desk, it wasn't a grant, it wasn't a loan, it was just a business. I bidded where I need to supply to the council. Okay. Not a loan, not a grant, but it's just business. Okay. Yes.
So how do you feel now?
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm just okay. Yeah, just because why I'm saying I'm okay. At some point way back, my heart could bleed when seeing my fellow youths. They are starving now, yet I'm not contributing anything. Yeah. Now I can proudly say I'm okay because I'm seeing my fellow youths working together, bringing some ideas, on initiatives on how we can develop something good, and at the end of the day, they get paid and solve their problems at home, which makes me feel okay. Because if I didn't have this project, I wouldn't have even have those guys to work with.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy that at least the guys, they are even able to depend on their own, even through this project, has made these other guys that I'm working with to stop certain activities that they've been doing, like beer drinking and these others. Because I've seen, whenever they come, if at all they try to drink, I'll say, with me, I don't need this. You've never seen me drinking, coming drunk at work, so you don't do this.
So you don't drink?
No.
I thought you went ahead to say, let me cut a piece of the money that I have.
No, I don't have that time, because I know that right now I haven't reached what I want to do. Where I'm going, I haven't reached. So I handle every resources carefully, because there is a goal, there's somewhere I want to reach.
Where do you want to be in 5 years' time?
Thank you so much for that question. I'm 34 years old.
So, like 37 of your age, where do you want to be?
37 of my age. Initially, what I want to, I've set my life at 40 years. I need to have a very big company. If it means to have trucks, I need to have trucks. So that beyond 45, I shouldn't be struggling on how, no, I need to take my kids to school, what is it that I have to do for me to start looking for money. So I know by then, I think by God's grace, I think I will fulfill my dream.
Okay. All right. So now, looking at how things have been, government, of course, has been handy in helping the youths. This is something new that we are seeing in our country, isn't it?
Sure.
How do you look at this perception where, you know, people never trusted in the government, but now that we have all these things that government is doing for us, how do you look at it?
Yeah, that is a good thing. We could see that really we have leaders who are thinking of us, young generation. Because in my lifetime, I can't lie, I've never seen such kind of contract like this contract coming to a local person like me. We could just hear that, oh, they got some desks from South Africa. And the people who could supply these desks were big people, not us, whereby when we get the contract to start looking who could help us with finances. No, but this time around, we are able to see that I think the government has got a heart for the youth, of which I'm really very grateful for that.
And are you seeing the youths grabbing this chance? Like you are, you know, you have grabbed this chance. Do you think that the youths are really utilizing this government?
Yeah, on that one, you know, it's individually. It's by choice. Otherwise, opportunities may be there, but it's by choice. If I choose to be a beer drinker in my life, no matter what I can do, I'll still meet that, because that's what has been in me. So definitely, it depends with the type of a person, because this opportunity is coming. It's just a surplus. It's adding up on what you've been thinking, which will give you your clear direction. So if your mind is shallow, it's not thinking it in like you want to go somewhere. Definitely, even if you are given this, I've seen my fellows, I've gotten some loan, 100,000, but right now as I'm speaking, they completely have nothing. So it's entirely up to how individual takes it. But the government is trying by all means to support us, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
Now, when you look at the things that you do welding, you make windows and the likes. How much do you make? Maybe let's say on weekly basis or even monthly?
Okay, our business, definitely, looking at the situation that we are, like the period we are in, people, they've concentrated much on farming because of the drought which hits us way back, and people have concentrated much on farming, and the business has not been okay. In terms of like people who would want to build, because we entirely depend on these people. If they have money, even farmers, if they have money, then that's when they'll come, make this for me. But for this, like for the community, like whom we are depending on, it has been rough because of I think probably we assume it's because of the same drought thing, and people have just concentrated on the farming. So maybe we are hoping that maybe after this, after the farming, looking at the way rains has come, I think maybe could be something there. So, but in a month, I can say right now, on a monthly basis, we count on a monthly basis because it's not on a daily basis. On a monthly basis, like if I don't put like contract things, just we're able to raise 15,000, and at some point, even beyond that, because in a month at some point we may find that someone has given me to make like 2 gates, which is 10,000 each, 10,000 each, or no, make a tank stand which is at 20,000. So it depends with how huge the project comes at the workshop.
I see. Okay. Any word to your fellow youths when it comes to grabbing opportunities?
Okay. My words, my fellow youths, it's we need to be focused, so to say, and we need to utilize this opportunity which has come, because it's hard. I'm telling you, out here where we are, it's hard for someone to give you like money so to start business. So when the government has brought up this kind of an opportunity, as youths, we need to make sure that we utilize to a very intended purpose. Because if you have money, then you start thinking of other things, definitely you lose track. So, as youths, we need to be focused. When you have such kind of opportunity, if you at all you don't have, try to see how best you can have an access to it, so that in the near future, you can be counting on a lot of youths having their life like change or depending on their own, because most of youths, we depend on hand to mouth. Whenever you are given something, you would just ask something so that you eat. You are forgetting that if I eat today, what about tomorrow? So it's important, like for my fellow youths, we need to be focused. Let's try by all means that if at all you got to know much information about something, please let's be mingling. We meet, we share ideas, so that maybe by sharing ideas can help, rather than no, I'll do it on my own. When you do it on own, of course you can succeed, but there are times where you would think like you've just wasted some resources. So, but by getting knowledge from different angles, at least to help.
Okay, so that was Mr. Phineas for you, who has explained fully well what he has done, how he has made it from the time that he started having this dream and to the realization of his dream. Now also making it big when it comes to some of the things that he is doing here, right here in Nyimba District. I have been your co-host, Jubel Zulu. Faith, take it up.
Thank you, Jubel. Wow, there you have it, the remarkable journey of Mr. Mwenda. You can see how his determination and the CDF empowerment has converted challenges into opportunities. He demonstrates the spirit of innovation and resilience in the metal fabrication industry. His story is a testament to the power of community support and entrepreneurial spirit. Mr. Mwenda has become a beacon of hope and inspiration for aspiring entrepreneurs in the community. Viewers, that is all we had for you on the program. Thank you for watching. I was your host, Faith Katai. See you next time. Bye-bye.